Sorry, misunderstanding. I'm Zoe.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 celebrity lookalikes.
Are you sure you're not the Flash? And I said, it happens from time to time, I'm not the Flash.
For this list, we'll be looking at famous people who share an uncanny resemblance. Have you ever confused one of these celebrities for the other? Let us know in the comments. Number 20, John Mulaney and Grant Gustin. When comparing celebrity lookalikes, this pairing probably isn't the first you'll think of.
I never made it. Those clones were blocking my path. I couldn't get past them.
But in the right angle and in the right lighting, the stand-up comedian and TV's very own Barry Allen start to look very similar. In a 2018 appearance on Late Night with Seth Meyers, John Mulaney brought up the resemblance, saying he's been mistaken several times by fans of The Flash.
But it's happened enough that I need to say something. I'm not the Flash.
And it's not super hard to see. With their comparably shaped faces, boyish looks, and side-parted brunette hair, Mulaney could easily pass off as Grant Gustin's older brother. If there's anyone at the CW watching this, there's an easy role to fill in the next season of The Flash. Number 19, Evan Rachel Wood and Rachel Brosnahan. These incredibly talented actresses not only share a striking resemblance, they also share a name. Emmy Award-winning actress Rachel Brosnahan leads the hilarious pack on Amazon Prime Video's The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, while Evan Rachel Wood plays the part of a badass android on Westworld.
Do you know where you are, Dolores?
I am in a dream. I do not know when it began or whose dream it was. I know only that I slept a long time.
Both actresses share a particular porcelain look that's very fitting for their best-known roles and makes them a pretty uncanny pair. Their resemblance has long been pointed out by fans on the internet, most notably following the release of the trailer for I'm Your Woman, which stars Brosnahan.
Hey, not gonna be home tonight. You'll be all right?
We're not suggesting they're the same person, but we have yet to see both of them in the same place at the same time. Just saying. Number 18, Amanda Seyfried and Gemma Ward. From the blonde hair and heart-shaped face to their big green eyes, there is certainly more than just a few features that these young women share.
I'm kind of psychic. I have a fifth sense. What do you mean? It's like I have ESPN or something.
Amanda Seyfried is a successful Hollywood actress widely known for appearing in films like Mean Girls and Mamma Mia, while Gemma Ward rocks the runway as a highly sought-after supermodel.
My routine right now includes a lot of hydration, sunscreen. I have a good rotation of masks that I use.
The similarities between both women transcend just physical features, because Ward's birthday is the 3rd of November and Seyfried's is the 3rd of December. If we didn't know any better, we might think it was just one person standing in front of a mirror. Number 17, Mila Kunis, Vanessa Hudgens, and Sarah Hyland. There are probably a gazillion Hollywood actresses with long brunette locks, striking eyes, and a slender physique, but this trio seems to wear this look in a very distinct way.
Michael, I am so tired of hearing that.
Both Mila Kunis and Sarah Hyland are beloved comedy actresses, with the former known for her roles on That 70s Show and Ted, and the latter recognized as Haley Dunphy on the hit comedy show Modern Family.
Okay, Mom, you cannot have a problem with this. I'm Mother Teresa.
Are you kidding me?
What? I'm her back when she was hot.
Even though High School Musical's Vanessa Hudgens may not necessarily be a funny woman herself, her delectable personality puts her right up there with the other two actresses. We honestly wouldn't be surprised to learn that it was either Kunis or Hyland playing opposite Hudgens in the Princess Switch.
I am so sorry.
No problem.
Number 16, Austin Butler and Cord Overstreet. One plays Elvis Presley in the eponymous 2022 biopic, the other currently stars in Apple TV's Acapulco.
This is the epicenter of the entire resort. This is where all the action is.
Both are highly underrated actors with a very comparable look. The two emerging stars are known for their similarly styled sandy blonde hair, although Butler now rocks a black updo due to his portrayal of the king of rock and roll. Their deep-set blue eyes, nearly identical mouth shape, and habitual smolders make it extremely difficult not to confuse one for the other. While both gentlemen had beginnings taking on guest roles in Nickelodeon sitcoms, they have now grown to become leading men in their own right. Number 15, Kristen Stewart and Teresa Palmer. These stars clearly have a thing for the supernatural.
Are you afraid?
No.
One's world famous for portraying a girl who falls in love with a vampire, whereas the other gained recognition for playing a girl who warms up to a zombie. Their characters' shared love for mythical creatures aside, both actresses are so freakishly similar, they often get mistaken for one another.
Why do you say that?
They both have oblong-shaped faces, a pointed chin, and light eyes. Although they've worn different hairstyles over the years, there was a point where they both had long blonde hair, which made them look even more alike. Teresa Palmer is well aware of the resemblance and has even gone along with a fan who once mistook her for Kristen Stewart. Number 14, Victoria Justice and Nina Dobrev. Is Nina Dobrev the teenage sensation from Victorious? Did Victoria Justice play the iconic dual role on Vampire Diaries?
I guess it's possible.
Derek!
Is this a case of twin sisters separated at birth? Honestly, we're just as confused as you are. Despite the 4-year age difference between the two TV stars, they look so strikingly similar that it's almost impossible to fathom that they don't share at least some DNA.
It's possible, right, Lena? It's possible, Caroline. There's a chance.
More than just their long dark hair, deep brown eyes, and small noses, both actresses also possess an adorable girly energy that's quite specific to the two of them. Justice even acknowledged their similarities when she introduced Dobrev as her doppelganger at the 2015 Teen Choice Awards.
My doppelganger, Nina Dobrev!
Number 13, Henry Cavill and Matt Bomer. Named TV's Sexiest Man of 2011, Matt Bomer has been appearing in movies and TV shows since the early 2000s, but only gained significant recognition when he acquired the lead role in the police procedural White Collar.
You know what this is? No idea. I got it from a case I was supposed to be working on before they yanked me off to find you.
With ocean blues, a chiseled jaw, and slick back dark hair, Bomer fittingly enough finds a twin in Superman himself, Henry Cavill. Even though Cavill is taller and has a larger build than Bomer, their faces placed side by side reveals a glaring likeness between the pair.
The world needs you. But does it need you? Tell me. Do you bleed?
These two leading men are not only extremely good-looking actors, but as it turns out, have also been deemed Superman material, with Bomer supplying the voice of the titular character in the animated Superman Unbound.
Carol, what the hell were you trying to prove out there?
I was stopping bad guys. That's what we do, right?
Stop them, not scramble them.
Number 12, Daniel Radcliffe and Elijah Wood. In the world of fantasy, there might not be a lot that a wizard and a hobbit have in common, but in real life, Daniel Radcliffe and Elijah Wood share so many physical similarities it's uncanny. Radcliffe and Wood are best known for their magical leading performances in the Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings franchises respectively.
You're right, Sam. We did what we set out to do.
When it comes to their physical features, both actors are rather short, have the same pale complexion, piercing blue eyes, brown hair, and a general nerdy vibe.
Owen and I were like the Beatles, if the Beatles had been elfin geniuses.
While the resemblance has been noted by many fans online, Radcliffe remains quite the dissenter, claiming that the comparisons seem to be based on just the idea of them, rather than how they actually look. Number 11, Kurt Russell and Jeff Bridges. These two are legends of the silver screen, having both spent over 6 decades in the movie industry with a plethora of memorable roles to their names.
Your move, king to rook 1.
Even though they weren't nearly as indistinguishable earlier in their careers, they seem to have aged up to a point where it can be pretty difficult to tell them apart. Kurt Russell and Jeff Bridges make up the quintessential Western protagonist with their all-important full beards and silver hair that could probably star in a movie all its own, if we're being honest.
Don't believe in fairy tales or sermons or stories about money, baby sister, but thanks for the cigarette.
Their resemblance is not lost on them, given that, funnily enough, Bridges has admitted to signing autographs on behalf of Russell. Number 10, Jessica Chastain and Bryce Dallas Howard. It's one thing to share certain similarities with a fellow actor, but when even your own father can't tell the difference, there may be some questions to ask.
It's not funny.
Little funny.
That was the case for Bryce Dallas Howard's dad, director Ron Howard, who confused Jessica Chastain for his own daughter at an Apple store. We can't say we blame him, though. The two Hollywood stars are almost identical, with heads full of red hair, hazel green eyes, and radiant smiles. Their uncanny resemblance was the subject of a 2015 viral YouTube musical, which Howard has even lip-synced to.
But it's time I put an end to the confusion.
The two women are featured in 2011's The Help, and we have a blonde wig to thank for helping us with the distinction.
Come here, sweetheart. Let me bring you back to the table. Okay.
Really?
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Number 9, Henrik Zetterberg and Jared Leto. They say that everyone has a doppelganger somewhere in the world. Well, sometimes that twin is an Academy Award-winning actor and the frontman of the alternative rock band 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yes. No.
While we can't necessarily prove that former Detroit Red Wings captain Henrik Zetterberg and Jared Leto are related, we definitely have our suspicions. We're not sure if it's the sharp jaw, the piercing eyes, or the swept back hair, but something about these men just makes us want to call Finding Your Roots and tell them we found their next case.
I don't think it's sunk in yet, to be honest.
They may not strike gold, but at least we'll know for sure. Number 8, Minka Kelly and Leighton Meester. The 2011 movie The Roommate details the lives of two college roommates whose relationship quickly takes a turn down creepy lane and right into obsessive town.
Hi. I kept on calling and calling. Rebecca, this is Steven.
I'm going to bed now. I'm glad you're okay.
This is a film that certainly lives up to its categorization as a psychological thriller, in part due to the appearances of its two leading actresses, Minka Kelly and Leighton Meester, who may just be duplicates of each other. Long hair, brown eyes, and gorgeous smiles that could light up an arena, these ladies seem to have fallen from the very same tree.
Well, we should get going then. Unless you want us to wait for you. Looks like you got a lot of yokers left.
Beyond their looks, however, Kelly and Meester have also had similar career paths, rising to fame as main characters on teen drama series, then taking on roles in independent films afterwards.
Well, I thought I heard you weren't going on.
You heard wrong. Sign me in.
Number 7, Logan Marshall Green and Tom Hardy. Although he's been working since the early 2000s, Logan Marshall Green hasn't quite attained the level of name recognition as his Oscar-nominated counterpart Tom Hardy.
If you can't fix what's broken, you'll go insane.
With that said, both men have so much in common when it comes to the looks department. From their dark green eyes to the shape of their noses and mouths, it becomes almost impossible to differentiate the two of them. This is purely speculation, but we might just get to see the two of them in the MCU together, given that Hardy plays Venom and Marshall Green was seen in Spider-Man Homecoming as Shocker, an accomplice of Adrian Toomes.
Yeah.
Number 6, Javier Bardem and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Known for their villainous roles, Javier Bardem and Jeffrey Dean Morgan have built a particularly terrifying reputation for themselves that's only bolstered by their menacing looks.
You sound bitter.
Me? Bitter?
Although Bardem hails from the Canary Islands in Spain and Morgan is an American from Seattle, both men share strikingly similar features that have gotten them mixed up since as far back as the mid-2000s.
I don't have some way to put it. That's the way it is.
As they've aged over the years, their resemblance has only gotten stronger. Just to clear up any remaining confusion, Bardem played the psychopathic assassin in No Country for Old Men, and Morgan stars as the bat-wielding villain in The Walking Dead. All clear? Now, who played the Winchester's dad in Supernatural? Number 5, Isla Fisher and Amy Adams. This pairing is one that confuses not only fans, but has left their fellow A-listers puzzled as well.
It's just, wow.
Yet another pair of red-headed actresses on our list, Isla Fisher and Amy Adams, prove that two people can be very different but also still be alike in so many ways. Fisher rose to prominence starring in the Australian soap opera Home and Away, whereas Adams' breakthrough role came in the 2005 indie film Junebug, for which she received an Oscar nomination.
Are you wearing any makeup? Because you could wear more if you wanted to. You're so tall. I'm fair. But I like to experiment with a lot of different looks.
Even though the actresses have different eye colors and accents originating from opposite ends of the world, their auburn locks and welcoming smiles make them mirror images of each other. Number 4, Margot Robbie, Jamie Presley, Emma Mackey, and Jamie King. Hollywood gets its fair share of celebrity doppelgangers, but very rarely does it occur that 4 famous people can look so indistinguishable, and 2 of them sharing a first name doesn't help either.
How can you tell?
They're all blonde, bright-eyed, and absolutely gorgeous, with such striking facial similarities that fans have been left utterly dumbfounded at the odds of such an occurrence. While Margot Robbie is the most instantly recognizable one of the bunch, Jamie Presley, Emma Mackey, and Jamie King have all built their careers mostly through years of work in television.
Thought you said she was leaving town.
I thought she was.
Despite their copy and paste features, we're pretty sure none of them are related, seeing as Robbie is Australian and Mackey is British, while Presley was born in North Carolina and King is from Nebraska. Number 3. Natalie Portman and Keira Knightley. The Natalie Portman-Keira Knightley resemblance is one that goes as far back as their appearance in the Star Wars prequel, The Phantom Menace. In the film, a then unknown Knightley was cast as a decoy for Portman's Queen Amidala, largely due to their striking similarities.
I am Queen Amidala. This is my decoy, my protection, my loyal bodyguard.
More than 2 decades and a string of box office hits later, the two actresses still look so much alike, matching equally in style, beauty, and sophistication. One thing that does set them apart is their acting styles. Where Portman tends to be more grounded, Knightley often opts for the nonconformist angle.
Very well. I'll drop it.
But with their chiseled jawlines, brown eyes, incredibly similar noses, and heart-shaped faces, they're a duo with too much beauty for just 2 people. Number 2. Katy Perry and Zooey Deschanel. Not only did Katy Perry and Zooey Deschanel grow up in the same sunny state of California, they also grew up to look like the same person. For years, the New Girl star and the multi-talented singer wore the same long dark hair and bangs, which made them look like carbon copies of one another.
Who's that girl? Who's that girl? It's just...
Signature hairstyle aside, their big blue eyes, inviting smiles, and quirky fashion sense all played a huge role in their constant comparison. Although Perry has since ditched the bangs and experimented with different looks over the years, she still acknowledges the resemblance and even poked fun at it by featuring Deschanel in one of her music videos.
Don't say goodbye.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. This pair makes us wonder if they're really 2 different people or just one person moving back and forth very quickly.
It's more like, are you Mary or Kate?
Or are you Mary-Kate and Ashley?
Oh wait, or are you the Ashley twin?
Yeah, we got you there, didn't we? Of course, we're just kidding. Our real number 1 is... Number 1. Will Ferrell and Chad Smith. Ever found yourself at a Red Hot Chili Peppers concert and thought you saw actor and comedian Will Ferrell playing the drums? Not to worry. The Saturday Night Live alum hasn't ditched comedy for music yet. It's just that Chad Smith, the drummer for the alternative rock band, is the spitting image of Ferrell. They're both seasoned performers in their respective fields with similarly deep-set eyes, blonde gray hair, and a general dad trying his darndest to look cool vibe.
Way too early for that. Way too early.
Luckily, the 2 stars have put their resemblance to good use, playing shows for charity, and even making a hilarious appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon in matching outfits.
He's an imposter.
All right, Chad, let's not start off like this. I mean, here's what happened.
Wait, who are you talking to, Will or Chad?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.